Hi, it's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Friday, July 9th, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 5820 Southeast Francis Street, Portland, Oregon, 97206. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the side yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it has been noted that some sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of the cast iron ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe, allow appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain waste piping. We are running some water from the kitchen sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. We are going west towards the fence in the side yard right now. And then we've turned and we're heading up towards the street in front of the house. So now we are due north. All of the junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued and watertight. You can see things change a little bit there. Up until this point, things were going downhill pretty quickly. We slow through this area. A little bit of marginal pitch. And even a water belly. And then we pop out of it. And so this will be under the patio slab on the side yard, about 20 feet away from the cleanout. And you can see things change a little bit there, and there's a sag in the line. So at 20 feet we go underwater, and we come out of it at about 22.5. So really probably like a 2-foot belly there. Now we start to take a right-hand turn. And then we go underwater again. And we pop out of it there. So that one, another belly, but kind of a small one again. So it looks like the grassy area, it would be the neighbor's house. So at the edge of this concrete patio, we take a right-hand turn so we can stay on our property, and we go towards the sidewalk in front of the door, and then we run underneath the sidewalk at the front door. So again, there's another belly there. Let's see how big it is. So we go underwater at 25 feet. Pull out, so another 2 to 3 foot water belly there. And we're straightening back out, running up the sidewalk area. And again, I think, you know, the sewer pipe goes up the patio slab on the side yard and then has to take a right-hand turn because the grass on the other side of the patio slab appears to be the other home's property. And then, or at least it's possible, I can't say for sure, but it looks like it turns towards the sidewalk walking up to the front door and then straightens back out and again gets headed back up north and south. It's a shallow pipe, so the pipe is only about 2 feet deep, 2.5 feet deep at this point. be curious to see with the water off how everything reacts. If everything drains right on out of there, then you're feeling better about things. At the sidewalk area, we're going to transition. So this signifies transitioning pipe size. 3-inch pipe into a much larger pipe. Pipe materials, ABS, into cast iron. And then lastly into the branch off of the city lateral. And even though we are in city lateral branch piping, all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length. And there's definitely something else tying in here. I'll get a good shot at it right there. This is way out there by the sidewalk out there. So as precaution, we would recommend inquiring with the city records to determine if this is a shared or a party line. If there's known shared or party lines in the neighborhood. So that's something else. It could also be, there's at least the possibility it could be the rain drains tying in there, but that's quite a ways from the house. So we're at 83 feet. So again, we're 83 feet. We're right at the sidewalk area, and you just see the possibility of something else tying in right here. It might be nothing, it might be capped, but it could also be, that would be that if it is a shared line with a neighbor, it could be the east neighbor's home tying into our sewer pipe here. So before closing, we would recommend getting some information about this, see if there is a known and still active or shared party line in the neighborhood. And then also there was a couple of water bellies. There was a 2-foot water belly to start right underneath this patio area here. And then as we turned and we went towards the front door and then up the sidewalk area, there was another one for about 3 feet. So pretty small in the overall scheme of water bellies, but there was a couple areas of sags in the line where it looks like those areas weren't maybe supported real well and have sagged over time. And again, there's definitely something, or at least the possibility of something else tying into our sewer pipe there. And we're right at the sidewalk because we're going to transition to updated 3034 piping, which is definitely the branch off of the city lateral. So that means we're getting close out to the road. And then we're in the road, and then we're into the lateral there. So we're going to turn off the water, we're going to drain everything out, and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. We're curious with the water off, if everything drains right on out of there, then you're feeling better about things. But there were a couple sags in the line. There were a couple, the first one was about 2 feet, and that's right here under the patio slab, not very far, from just 10 feet away from the clean out here. And then the second one was in the walkway area near the front door. And again, it's a really shallow sewer pipe where it starts at 1 foot deep, so we're probably about 2 feet deep on the where the water bellies are. So very, very shallow pipe, but we'd recommend taking the video, passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to deem necessary repairs, to see what he thinks about the sags in the line. Is it a repair type scenario, or is it a monitor type scenario? But before we do that, before we make the official recommendation, we're going to turn off the water, we're going to drain everything out, and we're curious to see how those react with water off. Alright, here again is one of them with the water off now. Things improved, but you can see the, probably 3/4 of the water is still kind of sitting there, so some of it did drain out of there. We're not seeing heavy sludgy buildup from it or anything like that, but it's still definitely there. But the camera head being completely submerged the first time has changed to where it's still water up on the camera lens, and it's still there, obviously, but it definitely has improved some. And we'll just keep the microphone on for the second one. That one really looked like it improved, because I'm not seeing that. Let's take it back down. This must have been it here. Really kind of improved there too. So both of them did improve. Just as precaution, we would recommend taking the video and the report and pass it on to a drain repair specialist to see what he thinks about it, see if he deems necessary repairs in this area. The second one is still there for sure. Part of it drained out, but I would say 3/4 of that one is there. The very first one that we saw, the one we were just in here, probably more than about half of it drained out of it. Pretty nice improvement on that one. Yeah, pretty minor.